There's something that happens quietly, almost without us realizing it. We start carrying a pressure, not the loud kind, but the quiet kind. The kind that whispers, "You should have it all together." So we keep showing up like everything's fine, even when inside, things are falling apart. We try to look calm, even when our heart feels like it's breaking. We try to be strong, even when we are too tired to keep pretending. It's not because we want to lie. It's because we are afraid. We are afraid that if people really saw what's going on inside us, the confusion, the sadness, the fear, they might pull away. So we start hiding, not just our emotions, but parts of ourselves. We keep smiling even when we feel empty. We nod in agreement even when we want to scream. And without even noticing it, we begin to lose touch with who we really are. But the Gita, in its quiet wisdom, reminds us of something simple and powerful. In verse 3.33, Krishna says, "Even the wise act according to their nature." And that line, it's gentle, but it changes everything. It means even those who are full of knowledge, even the most awakened souls, still move through life as human beings. They don't suppress their nature. They don't erase their emotions. They learn how to walk with them, not fight against them. Even Krishna, the one who gave the Gita, never tried to be perfect in the way we often imagine. He played freely as a child. He wept when he had to leave the people he loved in Vrindavan. He teased his friends, he laughed deeply, and on the battlefield, he even made choices that weren't about winning, but about choosing compassion over control. And maybe that's why people still love him, not just for his strength, but because of how deeply real he allowed himself to be. When we think of the people who have touched our lives the most, they're rarely the ones who seemed flawless. They're the ones who made space for both their power and their vulnerability. The ones who weren't afraid to say, "I don't have it all figured out, but I'm still here." There's something deeply healing about that kind of honesty. We often believe that to be spiritual means to be above all emotion, to always be still, always composed, never disturbed. But Krishna never taught us that. In fact, he showed us the opposite. He lived close to people. He laughed with them, cried with them, and never once made anyone feel ashamed for feeling deeply. When we try too hard to look perfect, we actually create distance. People begin to feel like they can't reach us, like their own mess makes them unworthy. But when we allow ourselves to be seen as we are, confused, tired, learning, we create connection. And that connection is where real transformation begins. The truth is, even your moments of doubt carry something sacred. Even when you break down, when you cry, when you admit you're struggling, that honesty holds more strength than pretending ever could. Because it shows you are not hiding. It shows you are choosing to stay present, even when it's hard. There's a quiet courage in simply being yourself. Not the polished version, not the one that always says the right thing, but the version that's still growing, still searching, and still choosing to show up. Krishna didn't hold back his emotions to protect some image of control. He let people see all of him, his joy, his sadness, his longing. And far from making people think less of him, it made them love him even more. Because he didn't stay distant. He came close. He was a friend, a guide, a brother, someone you could sit beside and feel understood. So when life asks you to pretend, to act like everything is fine, to wear a smile when your heart is heavy, pause for a moment. Remember that even the divine allowed himself to be fully human. Even Krishna let his tears fall when they needed to. You don't have to be untouchable to be strong. You don't have to hide your feelings to be respected. You don't have to keep performing for love. The Gita's wisdom isn't about becoming emotionless. It's about being fully present, with all your joy, your grief, your confusion, your hope. That's where your strength lies. Not in pretending to be above it all, but in walking through it with honesty and grace. People don't need you to be perfect. They just need you to be real. To be the kind of person who says, yes, this is hard, and yes, I'm still here. So allow yourself to be a little messy sometimes. Let yourself laugh fully, even if your voice cracks. Let yourself cry when it comes. Reach out when you need support. That's not weakness. That's where the deepest beauty lies. In the end, your scars don't make you less. They make you more human. And when you wear them with gentleness, with humility, and with courage, that's when you become unforgettable. Because the most powerful kind of presence is not the one that hides all pain. It's the one that feels deeply, lives openly, and still walks forward with love. And maybe that's the quiet gift Krishna gave us all. That true divinity doesn't stay far away. It meets us exactly where we are, in our flaws, in our feelings, and in our most human moments.